If you use hashtag Ravens in the comments section of this video, you'll have a chance to appear on a future mailbag video, but you have to be subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, go down, hit that big red sub button right now. Welcome into Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports. I am Will Scott, and we have a mailbag for the show today. We're going to be answering your questions about Ravens news and rumors, and we start with Daniel Scott. If you put a William in front of your name, Daniel, that's my full name. Hashtag Ravens. Does Calais Campbell have one more season of dominant play left in him? Calais was a free agent. A lot of people thought he might leave Baltimore, but he did re-sign with the Ravens, coming back for another season. Here is what he's done in his last 4 seasons. So as you can see, the production has gone down a little bit. In 2020, just 12 games played, so that's why the tackles weren't as high of a number there, but he's still a very good player. He's declining. He can still offer you, though, a physical presence on your defensive line. On top of that, the guy is a leader in the locker room. He's well respected by the players, the coaching staff. Fans love him. I was really happy to see Calais Campbell return to the Baltimore Ravens. Go down, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, because we're giving you Baltimore Ravens videos all year long. And let me tell you, there's so many channels out there that have an off season, right? Much like our football teams do. So that's not the case with us. We don't have an off season here at Chat Sports. We're bringing you Baltimore Ravens videos multiple times a week. Go down, hit that big red subscribe button. Help us get to 7,000 subscribers. King Davies, what's going on, man? Are you worried Hollywood Brown will ball out for the Cardinals this season? Yes, I am. I'm very concerned about that, and it's going to be unfortunate if Lamar has a lack of weapons and Hollywood's out here balling out in Arizona. And I think he's going to do well because he's familiar with Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray. They played together at Oklahoma, so those two are very, very close. You saw Kyler's reaction to that trade. I think he was the most fired up person in Arizona when that trade went down. Let's revisit those trade details. So the Cardinals got Hollywood Brown and then a third-round pick, which they drafted edge rusher Myjai Sanders. And then, of course, the Ravens took Tyler Linderbaum, the best center prospect in the draft by far. We're going to be breaking down this trade a little bit later on. I want to know, though, who do you think won this trade? Type BAL for the Ravens or type ARI for the Cardinals. It's the pinned comment on today's video. When an ad break comes, go down and let me know what you think. Who won the trade? Was it the Ravens or was it the Cardinals? Regardless, you got a great prospect, right, if you're the Ravens. And Linderbaum was the best center prospect in this class by far. In fact, he might be the best center prospect we've seen in the last decade. That is how good this guy is. That is how hyped up he was coming out of Iowa. I think any team that needed a center was thinking about either drafting this guy or trading up for him. The Ravens needed a center. They saw an opportunity to get that pick, to take him. They had to trade away Marquise Brown, but they did. Obviously, that was a shocking draft night trade that came out of nowhere. Hollywood Brown going to the Arizona Cardinals in that deal. And we've talked about the Ravens wide receiver room and the lack of high-quality receivers ever since that trade went down. Kyle Henderson says, with all of the movement going around, do you think we could trade Justin Tucker for a first-round pick? And I think a lot of people would laugh at the notion that a kicker is worth a first-round pick, but Justin Tucker might be the only kicker where that is going to be something that might be considered by the Ravens if they get a first-round pick for Tucker. Because when you look at Tucker, the guy is a first-ballot Hall of Famer. That is how good he is. He's the best kicker in this generation. A 91.1% career field goal percentage. The guy can knock it in from anywhere. 60 yards, 66 yards, nearly 400 career points. As Jeremy Chugg's producer's telling me, that's a NFL record 66-yard field goal. I mean, this guy is one of the best kickers of all time. I think that in terms of your question about the first-round pick, if you were to lay out the numbers and say, okay, this is what this guy is going to do throughout his entire career, then I think a team would give up a first-round pick for him. But Tucker's, kind of on the back end of his career maybe. He still has plenty of gas left in the tank. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy was kicking into his mid-40s, but trading a first-round pick for him this late in his career, I don't think a team would do. But if the Ravens got offered it, man, that's enticing. But it'd be very, very tough to part ways with Justin. Would you trade Tucker for a first-round pick? Would you trade the kicker for a first-round pick? Type T for trade or type P for pass. Down in the comments section, I'm curious to hear what Ravens fans have to say. Down in the comments, go down and let me know. Flock O'Clock, love that. Are you sure there's no way the Ravens trade for DK Metcalf? Man, would that be something? DK obviously has been in trade rumors. The Seahawks have not given him the extension he's looking for. And I don't think the Seahawks are willing to do it at the moment, trade Metcalf, but my goodness, would he fit great in this offense. I'm getting chills thinking about Lamar throwing it deep to DK, man. That'd be a great combination. And I think if you were to make a trade for Metcalf right now, I think Lamar Jackson would sign a contract extension tomorrow. I really do. Should the Ravens still pursue a DK Metcalf trade? Type Y for yes or type N for no down in the comments section. It's definitely going to be at least one first-round pick, maybe even two, to land Metcalf. You might have to send a player back as well. I mean, that's how good of a player he is, and he's still getting better. I don't even know if he's at his prime yet. Hey, maybe trade Justin Tucker to the Seahawks to play quarterback. First, they got to play Lamar, right? That needs to be pay Lamar. That needs to be the top priority right now for the Ravens front office and the Ravens organization. Pay Lamar what he deserves. Make him one of the highest-paid QBs in the NFL because this guy is an elite quarterback that can win you a Super Bowl. Lamar updated his Twitter header photo over the weekend, and it's pretty clear what he's saying, the message that he is sending, the I need money. So I think that Lamar wants to get paid. I think he wants to stay in Baltimore. Just you got to pay him if you're Baltimore. Sign him sooner because the cost is only going to go up. The more contract extensions we see with quarterbacks, all these guys getting paid, the price is only going to go up. And then, you do mention that, Chugs, the Kyler Murray contract. That could be coming very soon as well. Now, if you made it to the end of this video, type flock down in the comments section. Always enjoy being on Ravens Rundown. They call me Willie Flock sometimes here at Chat Sports. Subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/RavensTV. We're trying to become the fastest growing Baltimore Ravens channel on YouTube. Go down, type Flock in the chat, show your love for the Ravens.